Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the 2 for 1 Special Podcast. My name is Randall, and with me, as always, my boy LJ and the OG daddy himself. Man, y'all go ahead and talk to the listeners, man.
What's up?
All right, everybody, now welcome back. I know we've been gone for a month, but we had to get some stuff situated, but we finally settled down, and we're going to be back in fully rotation. But if you're watching this, you may see a face that you never seen on this podcast before, and that's my boy Curtis Bradley, the one who taught me how to do all the technical stuff when I was in Comcast. So go ahead and talk to the listeners, man. Go ahead and say what up to him, Kurt.
What's good, everybody? How y'all doing?
All right, so he probably gonna be in and out. You probably gonna see him more than one time. So y'all go ahead and get familiar with the face. Go ahead and get familiar with the voice. All right, so on our return, there's a lot of stuff we could talk about, but we need to talk about this one topic right here. Usually, Dad, we're gonna talk about your sports, but this is an emergency that we got to talk about. So we maybe talk about this the whole entire podcast. Who knows? But Dad, before we get to the sports, we got to talk about this. As we are recording today, because LJ brought this upon me this morning. As we will talk about, or as right now, PlayStation announced the PS5 Pro. So LJ texts me, and you text me too, Dad, saying if I'm gonna get it. So I told LJ, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it, and he was surprised. He like, bro, that's $700. Now, when he texted me, I was just getting up from a nap, so I really didn't see, the I saw the reveal, but I ain't literally see it. So he was surprised that I was like, bro, that 700 ain't bad, cause I'm finna say, bro, I'm finna get the physical. You know what I'm saying? Not physical, the digital. So in my head, I thought they finna have two different versions of Pro: the physical one with the disc and the digital one. So I'm like, bro, the digital one gonna be cheap, so I might get it. Probably gonna be like 500, maybe something like that. I was like, wait a minute, let me go back. So I hope the game industry don't follow suit with what PlayStation is doing. And like I said, we got to talk about this. So PlayStation PS5 Pro is strictly digital and it's $700. Correct, LJ?
So
Oh,
before you go that,
okay, go ahead.
if you add for $30 more, you can get the disc version and the stand. So you'll spend a total of $830 if you want before tax. Before tax, you'll spend $830 if you want the disc and the vertical stand.
Now let's talk about that, because that right there pissed me completely off. And I hope nobody else follows suit with this. And I hope the sales for this Pro be garbage. So we're gonna kick it with you, Kurt, since you on here. How you feel since you've been playing games since the birth of video games with Dad? How you feel about this? How you feel about them making a digital copy, and if you want the physical version of the games, you got to pay extra fee for it, extra $30 like that. So how you feel about it, Kurt?
Well, with what is coming with, I'm hearing this ray tracing, so that's pretty big technology that come into a console. That's pretty big. So the quality of the games is going to be next scale. Hopefully, the TVs and the monitors are able to keep up with what they're pushing out, from what I'm hearing. So um, I got high hopes. I mean, I just like the technology that's coming in for it. So it seems like it's going to be pretty specced out, especially with 2 terabytes of hard drive. So
Dad, how you feel about this, Dad?
So let me say this: if it's the ray tracing everybody's worried about, you get your Xbox Series X because that already does ray tracing. Number one. Number two. This scares me. This price point scares me because everybody's talking about it, but nobody's saying that. Nobody big will say that's a ridiculous price. Like they're not. They're talking about it. They're making it. It's a point of conversation. But I remember when the Xbox One came out, and it was $500 if you want to connect with it. You can do without the connect, but you'll miss a lot of features. And then they got rid of the connect, which is the worst idea ever. To actually love the connect. But it was $500. It was $100 more than the PS5, PS4. I'm sorry.
Right.
So if the people just got to talk with their wallets. There's going to be a few people who going to stunt and get that new Xbox, the new PS5 Pro, but they're not hoping that only like the rich people and the stunt people are stunting to buy. They're hoping like the regular people, like the me's and you's and stuff like that, go out and spend their money on it. And we're going to have to like come to a decision to where like, are we really willing to pay that much for a console? Because I got a PC at this point, just buy a PC. Because I got a PC, I got PCs on there that for like $900 I can do quite a bit of work, you know. So this scares me because I love console gaming, absolutely love it, but $700. We need to make a point about this. Like seriously, like there needs to be a point made. Somebody needs to step up and say, "Hey, like you're icing out a whole demographic by putting it at that price." I understand you got to pay for parts and labor and all that stuff and all the parts that go into it, but at least for what I understand, most consoles you're selling at a deficit anyway. So like you're paying what they get their money back on is the games and all that stuff. But the console itself is being sold at a deficit. So like I don't know if they're just trying to make a profit or the parts in there are that expensive, but like $700 like a slap in the face. Like whoa, this is what we doing for ray tracing? Like yeah. So that's my thoughts.
Ezra, what you think, man?
Um, I don't see too many people actually buying the console, and the reason why I don't see too many people buying the console is because there's not any games on there worth playing right now that you just not going either way. If you have a PC, you either just gonna wait for the PC port of it because PlayStation started the PC port all their games now, or you might as well just buy a regular PS5 because from what I've seen, like yeah, it has advanced ray tracing. Yeah, it has some of these other cool technological things, but I don't see a reason to buy that if I can just get a PS5 for cheaper, digital or the regular disc version. And if you did want a disc version, because like me, I have disc games for the PS5 and PS4, but you can still play PS4 games on the PS5. You would have to buy that disc now because you might want to play those old games if you haven't played them yet. So it's just a cheaper just to buy the PS5 right now. And we could say like the price point is it's not kind of high. It is high, but the thing about it is that that's eventually you're going to get to the $1,000 range for a console. A console will be a weirder version of a PC eventually. That's where it's going to. Xbox have decided to cut out the middleman and just said, "Hey, we're just going to do the Game Pass. We'd rather just do that to make consoles now." You might not see any more consoles. You're just gonna see a little dongle to put in your TV or to put in your in your PC maybe if you don't want to buy the Game Pass digital thing for some real reason. Uh, I think that's what you're gonna get. So you're really gonna be down to PlayStation, PC, and then Nintendo and the Switch. And I think we have to. You'll know how much prices are going to be when the Switch 2 gets announced later this year. I think is when they're going to announce it. So if it's $800, I'm not going to be surprised.
Talking about the PS5 Pro?
No, the Switch.
Oh, the Switch.
2.
Oh. Now here's my thing about it. PlayStation is becoming like cell phones, and what I mean by that is nowadays, back in the day, you get the phone, headphones, charger, and I don't got it on me, but you get the little power block. Now the only thing you get now, I think Android do it too. I'm not sure, but I know for sure iPhone do it. But now the only thing you do get now is the phone and the USB cord, and that's it. You gotta buy the charger separately, and you gotta buy the headphones separately, to where you gotta pay extra money. That was PlayStation doing with this. PlayStation like, hey, look. Oh no. Before I say that, the go-to reason for them to do this, the portable disc, is because they saying that your GPU is. I want to say they said 40% bigger. I could be wrong, but pretty much is they put it on the GPU. They saying, hey, the reason why we took out this is because we put in a stronger, bigger GPU inside a Pro, and we could have fit this on the console, so we had to make it separate, which is bull. But I just hope Xbox and Nintendo don't follow suit because this is ridiculous. Most of the games, we know for a fact, most of these games, majority of the games that's gonna come out probably is not gonna run at 60 frames per second. If I'm not mistaken, games are still running at like 30 frames per second. I think the high is probably like 40, 45. I could be wrong, but most of the games not running at a consistent 60 frames per second. So I'm pretty sure the Pro ain't gonna do it. And when if it can pull it off, which I'm pretty sure it could, if it can pull it off, the exclusive games too, they ain't gonna program to be like, hey, this game gonna run at 60 frames per second on the Pro. No, it's not. And the only actual reason to buy a Pro is if no matter what, it's guaranteed that every game that touched this Pro is gonna run 60 frames per second. I ain't talking about 50, 45, no frame drops in that. Guaranteed 60 on every freaking game that comes out on the Pro, or what I say exclusive. Every exclusive that come on the Pro is gonna run a smooth 60 frames per second, no matter what. That's the only viable reason to get a Pro, and we all know for a fact that ain't gonna happen. So it's Sony. That's just bad on Sony part. Especially if you're gonna blame it on the GPU side, saying, "Hey, we had to take it out because of the GPU." And if you want a physical copy, you gotta buy the disc part separately. You might as well, like Dad and Kurt said, you might as well buy a PC at that point, because that's basically what you're doing. Is you basically building a PC. And Dad said he got his PC for $900 after you get through with the warranty, tax, and all that stuff. You probably is dropping close to $950 on the Pro alone. So you might as well at that point, like Dad said, get a PC. And what LJ mentioned, most of the games a year or two later gonna come on PC regardless. So I just don't. That's just a bad move on PlayStation. I hope that the sales are garbage. So Microsoft, even though they pushing away from making consoles now, but hopefully Microsoft and Nintendo be like, yeah, we're not gonna do that since the sales for the Pro are horrible. We're not gonna do that. So hopefully they do that. And I don't see Nintendo doing that. If Nintendo come out, I hope the Switch 2 will come out with saying, hey, we will not have enough space to put a disc. You gotta buy it separately.
Oh no, you gonna have a cartridge.
I'm about to say, I wish they would pull something like that.
Nintendo loves the cartridge. Like they love the
Facts.
cartridge.
I'm about to say, I wish they would pull some garbage stuff like that. Cause no matter what, if a Pokemon game coming out, I'm getting the physical copy. I'm just saying. But it's just a bad move on Sony. I hope the sales are garbage to the point where they be like, yeah, this is a bad idea. Cause this is literally what they test driving this for the PlayStation 6. I guarantee you, they doing this just to see how well it does. If it does well, I guarantee you when they launch the PlayStation 6, they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna be like $1,100. Go ahead. Go ahead, Kurt.
In comparison to, I know we were saying PCs, that is really close to a PC level, but you're getting the AMD Ryzen, I think it's 6700, which that's amazing for a processor for a console.
It is.
You know, you got an option now to where you can limit. Well, you can limit the gap, really, if you just want to get something closer to that other PC that you can use as a home daily device. You know, also being able to just transition it into different places without having to, do too much for a PC setup. I don't know. I feel like the specs on is marginal, just right there before you get to the PS6. Because what they were saying about GTA 6, to load it up to that console, the regular PS5 can't even hold it. So, for graphics wise, this might be a big step for them, but we'll see.
If it's that big of a step, it needs to be the PS6.
True.
True.
It seems like it's getting delayed anyway. So
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, it's getting delayed for sure because this is a market. This is marketing in 101. Get something out in between before you launch the major product. So.
Only time would tell, but I just think it's an L move. Cause I was like, okay, I be like, all right, that's fine. But when they said, yeah, this the what when I looked into deeper, and they said, oh no, this the digital part. If you want the disc, you gotta get the add-on. I was like, what the hell you talking about an add-on? And when I look, I was like, yeah, you gotta add the disc. I'm like, what the hell? But it is what it is. But I just hope this doesn't become a trend in the gaming community or the gaming corporate side of things.
Mhm.
Because like we said, we don't want Xbox, even though they push it away from making consoles. We don't want Xbox to pull this bullshit like Sony. And even though I don't think Nintendo gonna do it, I just don't want Nintendo to make needed accessories. If that makes sense. Like how we needed the with the Wii. You know how we need a little motion thing. I don't want them to be like, hey, with this game console, the the major feature for this new console, instead of adding it in the package, you got to pay an extra 50, 60, 100, some dollars for it. So hopefully they don't do pull something like that. Because I guarantee you, if the Wii would have came out around this time or next year, the little motion stick that came with it for free, I guarantee you they probably would charge like $30, $40 for it. Be like, hey, you can play the regular, but if you want to pay it wireless, you gotta get the little motion thing for an extra 50, $80. I guarantee you, if the Wii came out around this year, they would have pulled something like that. But I just hope that they don't come to that. So I just hope the sales for it is trash and Sony lose money. That's all.
Sony done already lost
Down
money.
goes Sony.
And you know what though? I don't mind the part that it's digital because we've been talking about it for a while now. Everything's gonna go strictly digital at some
Yeah.
point pretty soon.
Right.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
I don't mind that it's like digital or something like that. It's just the audacity to throw an extra $30 out there for the disc drive. And you got to attach it yourself.
Right.
No, like y'all need to cool it with that.
I think what they should have did was it should have been free. Be like, hey, you could get this. You could have get it digital, but if you want the physical copy, you gotta get the disc, but it's free of charge. You know what I'm saying? But if you damage the disc, you gotta pay 30, 40, 50. I can understand that, but off the rip, like, hey, you gotta pay 50, $60 for it. Like, that should have been free. In my eyes, that should have been free.
Well, if you want to play physical games, it's an additional $80 for a separate piece that you can install.
$80. Oh, my bad.
Damn,
$79.99.
that's even worse.
So you're talking close to $900 for that and the stand. The stand is like $20.
Don't
So
forget
like,
the
You don't
warranty.
need to stand.
huh?
You don't need to stand.
Not really, because the
Not
new
really.
one's supposed to, fix with the cooling issue. The 5 has a lot of cooling issues. It overheats. It'll shut off. This may have fixed that part, but to pay that much for that,
For a console that we don't know if the game's going. Like I said, I don't care. Games are not gonna run a smooth 60. We agree to that. If I'm paying damn near $1,000 for a console, the games better not have bad optimization, even though they probably are. But at least not no game breaking, and I need it to run no more than 80 frames per second. If
Well,
I'm paying,
Sony can't control any of that. That's up to the
yeah,
game
I
developer.
know that, but I'm just saying, but still,
People are going to buy that console. And first thing they're going to do is pop on Overwatch 2.
That's right. That's exactly what
Nah, they're gonna pop on Fortnite.
They Fortnite
Or Fortnite, yeah.
It's gonna be when
Minecraft, Fortnite,
2K.
Overwatch 2K. Oh, y'all gonna be proud of me.
You ain't
I do
played
not
that.
own NBA 2K.
Oh, look at that.
No,
You
hold on.
saving money.
Speaking of that, because I supposed to mention it as soon as the podcast started. Everybody out there, we got to give congratulations to Dad because he been streaming. I think he took my advice. It's been a minute since
Yeah.
we talked, but Dad been streaming over on TikTok, and I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dad. But when I told Dad, like, because I think you asked me why I'm streaming on TikTok when I was streaming, And I
Right.
told you it's like it's way better than Twitch. And I told you, I think this before you got your PC. I told you whenever you get your PC, you need to stream on TikTok because TikTok will take care of you. But
Yeah.
but everybody out there, because that's besides the point. Everybody out there, Dad is a full-time streamer on TikTok. Well, not full time, but he streamed constantly on TikTok. And I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm gonna let Dad do it. But Dad been streaming on TikTok for like a good close to a month, and he been seeing a lot of progress, a lot of new people, and he constantly averaged close to 40, 50 viewers a stream. So Dad, the floor is all yours. Go ahead and tell the people what you got going on TikTok.
All right, so I'll be out there. Thank you, Curtis. I'll be on TikTok from 11 a.m. my time to I do about 3 hours. Everybody knows that I share custody of my ex-wife, so we get a week on, week off. My weeks on with the kids, I have a hard stop at 3 o'clock. There's no, because I got to pick them up and everything like that. When I don't have the kids, I go a little longer sometimes where I cut it short. I'd be tired. But no, it's a quiet vibe. We're playing cozy games. We're playing games like Supermarket Sim, Stardew Valley, even Disney Dreamlight. Just like it's very cozy. Everybody's talking. Everybody's just having a conversation, getting to know each other. That's all we're doing. So feel free to jump in, and the Discord will be popping too. So.
So everybody out there, Dad been seeing some good growth on TikTok. I think you grew over like 1,000 new followers in the past week or so, like that.
Since I started, I got 2,000 followers.
Yeah. So
It's been like a month and a half.
right. So
Wow.
everybody keep on tuning in to Dad. He doing some good
Keep up the
things.
good work for sure.
And like I told him before, his attitude, his vibe, everybody gonna gravitate towards it, and he finally seen the work and it's working out for us. So I'm glad for my boy. So everybody tune in to Dad. All his stuff as per usual. I don't know why I put my badge up. It's gonna be on in the description. So y'all tune in to Dad's streams whenever y'all get the chance. And like he said, his community is growing. So if you message him and he don't reply fast, you better not argue with my boy, because we're gonna come after you. But other than that, I just had to throw that in there. Big congrats to Dad. He's showing a lot of progress on that streaming side of TikTok, and I'm happy for my boy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Now let's get into some serious stuff. Football. And I want to kick it off with this. Bryce Young need to retire.
Year 2, game 1.
Yo.
I'm just going to keep it real.
It's the Carolina Panthers.
Bryce Young need to retire. I'm just going to keep it
Carolina
real.
Panthers
I'm
suck.
sorry.
Nobody said Bryce Young was Cam Newton.
I'm sorry. Bryce Young just need to retire.
I'm sorry. No, it's the Carolina Panthers.
I just gotta say
I don't
that.
understand why people don't understand that it's the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers been bad.
Your
since
first
Cam Newton.
pass of the NFL season
I
was
mean, it wasn't a good look.
a
It wasn't a good look. I'm not saying he's had the best of looks. I'm not saying that.
was a pick, LJ. The very first pass was a pick.
And they traded for that man too.
Come on. but Dad, the floor is all yours. What we got going on in college and NFL?
So let me say this. I'm not going to just let the Bryce Young thing fall.
You like how
Name me
you like how I
two
try to
weapons
say
that
the
Bryce
subject?
that Bryce Young has. Give me 2 weapons he has.
LJ, you was defending him.
No, I'm asking you, Randall. You don't want the hot take.
I said the Panthers suck. There's nobody on the Panthers other than Bryce Young.
He don't have
It's
nothing.
not.
He don't have an O line. He damn sure don't have that.
So how can you blame?
So what do you want him to do?
He need to
You
retire.
think Adam Thielen is going to be the one that's going to bail him
The
out?
man need to retire. But here's the thing, though. I'll say this though. He's not garbage. He's not bad. He's not bad. It's just the team is doing him wrong. Because even the analysts are saying that, everybody on the ESPN, whoever you want to call it, are saying it. The team is just bad. We're in a pocket for not even a second, a point millisecond. and he got to throw the ball. That's
No,
impossible.
he got to get rid of it quick. That line is awful.
You know what I'm saying? And so,
They ain't got no receivers, no tight
so
end.
even,
The team is bad.
So even though I'm joking all that stuff, it's not his fault. He literally, soon as he get the snap, he get in touch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not that Bryce Young is garbage. He just need a whole. He just need. They just. I don't know what they need.
They did draft Xavier Leggett, so like they're. You know, I'm not spending no more time on the Panthers because they are not a good franchise right now. So like it's just a fact of the situation. They're not a good franchise right now. What I do want to talk about is the disappointment I felt on Saturday. I put money on this game.
Oh no.
Hey, y'all could have beat Cal.
What, Jay? Why did you put money on the game?
Did you put? Hold on,
I would've
LJ,
told you not to put no money on the
LJ.
game.
Don't
No,
argue
no,
with
no,
him.
no,
Don't
no,
argue with him.
I am.
Don't argue with him. We don't need this.
Yo.
No, we not finna start this.
That was a dumb.
Here you go.
So-
I know he
so-
gonna say something too.
So,
Because I have faith in you guys. I said, Cal is trash. Cal is always bad.
No.
LJ, don't entertain him. Don't LJ, don't
What
entertain.
happened? You saw the Alabama A&M game where they won 73-3, right? And did
Oh, no,
you
that
not-
wasn't my reason. I did that beforehand, though. I said, they're playing Cal. They got this.
Okay, and do you not remember what happened last year against Cal?
Again, maybe because Cal's a Pac-12 team, and I see Cal all the time.
We lost that game until the final second when the running back scored the touchdown.
Right. It's still a win, though.
And then this year they said we're not letting you run, and they didn't let us run, so we didn't win the football game.
On
So
top of that,
I
our
don't know.
Q beat his ass.
We already knew that.
It-
I don't understand why we thought Peyton Thorne was going to be good, but you know.
Isn't that a trend?
You know what? How USC?
Oh, we 2-0. We beat LSU D1.
Oh, they 2-0. Yeah. Miller Moss. That's
Miller
all I'm
Moss
gonna
is
say.
doing it. Zachariah Branch. You know, we got a squad. Now when we get the conference games, I don't know what's going to happen because we still got Lincoln Riley. So like his defense be garbage, but his defense been okay the first 2 weeks. I'm happily surprised about our defense right now.
I got no comment for Auburn.
I don't know. Just
I had a comment. I could have told you they were going to lose that game. I had no faith. I don't know why everybody thought Peyton Thorne was just going to.
you know what it is? I bet with my heart because you know I love you guys. I want Auburn to do
Man, be
good.
quiet.
I want y'all to be happy.
Oh,
I want y'all to have happiness.
Oh,
in your
trust me,
lives.
I'm happy because guess what happened? Denver, Colorado lost. I said
They
Colorado.
did.
Denver
Broncos.
I said
Yeah,
Colorado.
and
The whole
Buffalo.
city of Denver lost.
Yeah,
the whole
Buffalo's
city of
lost
Denver.
too, by the way. Yeah, that Nebraska
Look,
game was
I
tough.
don't care. As long as Bo Nix lost, that's all that matters to me.
You know you're rooting for Bo.
I'm not. I'm like LJ. I just own that team right now. My team is Detroit Lions because of Dan Campbell.
Oh,
come on.
man! If you're
Yeah.
going to switch teams, you got to switch to a lower tier team. That's the rules.
Yeah, right.
I just truly like Dan Campbell. That's the only reason why I like Detroit. I just truly like. And then the other ones is Steelers. I like the coach too because he's
Oh, everybody likes Mike Tomlin.
yeah I like the
Yeah, Mike Thomas has been pretty strong.
yeah I've been the Steelers for the longest and then I switched over to the Broncos when Peyton Manning was over there, and now Bo want to follow me and LJ wherever we are. So I disown them right now, but I'm happy that they lost.
So yeah, they lost. Jaden Daniels also lost. Caleb Williams is the only rookie that won, and he only threw for 94 yards.
How you feel about that? How you feel about that?
They,
Not a win.
how I feel about that?
Hold on,
I'm-
Dad.
I'm-
Hold on there, LJ. What you said?
That wasn't the win.
What was it? That was a get by.
He got his ass beat that whole entire game.
They won in spite of him.
Right.
They won in spite of him.
They did. The defense won that game. They got 2 touchdowns, then they 2 pick six, right? So the defense won that game.
Oh, they definitely won that game. I'm gonna say something that is going to be a surprise to some people because how big of a USC fan I am. I never said this out loud, before, but I thought it all the time. Caleb Williams is going to be a bust.
Mm. Why you say that?
I watched him all of college, and you know those incredible scrambles he throws and gets a perfect throw off.
He can't
You don't do that in the pros.
No.
You because here's the thing, he's good at scrambling. He's not great. You have to be great at scrambling to do it in the NFL. You know, so it's like, and some of the throws he makes, he's very accurate, but he had weapons on top of weapons every year. Lincoln Riley always made sure he had weapons, and the scheme that they ran is not what the Bears are going to run. He's running.
Now that's what I do think is going to be his problem. That I think he's a scheme quarterback, and they're not running the scheme that they need for him to.
They gotta if they want Caleb to be successful, they gotta run like a spread type offense, because where he could pick his receiver and get the matchups that he wants. Caleb is a spread offense quarterback. Unfortunately, they're not going to do that. Caleb getting in the news for the wrong things, just being better, thinking better than what he is. I'm glad, like in my head, like I kid you not, because Eric Red knows my team is Washington, and I was like, please take Caleb Bourne so we can take Jaden Daniels, because I'd much rather have Jaden Daniels than Caleb Woods. I never said that out loud to him before. My homies listen to me. Don't talk to me about this, okay? I'm not gonna argue back and forth with you.
Don't you have the same problem with Jaden Daniels?
Jaden Daniels is actually a really good scrambler. He even proved that he had like 89 yards rushing in that game. So that's the difference. Caleb is a good scrambler, but you have to be great to do it in the NFL. Good scramblers stay in the pocket and they move around in the pocket for a while. Caleb wants to run outside and try to find somebody. You can't run outside in the NFL with them edge rushers. Like it's not going to work a lot of times. The way he does it, at least.
Well, I mean, you got to give Jay Daniels some credit. He 16 carries.
Yeah. No, and
scrambles.
he should never have that many carries. Our Washington's offensive line is not good. It's not. We couldn't we couldn't get a run game going really. When Brian Robinson got those touchdowns, it was because we got down there on a pass play or two. So it's not like the offensive line is. They're pretty bad. They're pretty bad. So like this year, I'm not expecting much out of Washington this year at all. Just because like it's a rebuilding time, but I do expect to see like glimpses and like rays of hope from Jaden Daniels. I already got that the first week though, so I'm cool. Like Jaden Daniels looks real good. So now, when is it going to be okay for us not to like Colorado?
Now.
Here's the thing.
Yo.
I told LJ. I told LJ. They gonna. Once that new Travis is playing offense and defense, I'm like, bro, it's gonna be exactly like next year. I mean,
Travis needs to leave. I don't care where he go. I'm not saying he needs to go to Auburn. I'm not saying he needs to go to the SEC. He just needs to leave Colorado to get under. I'm not going to say an actual coach, but to get him to somebody who will say, yeah, because Deion's starting to look like he's not actual coach now.
He's not.
The way he wouldn't call a timeout in the first half pissed me off.
Come on.
Kurt, hold on, Kurt. What you think? Kurt? What you think?
Come on, guys.
What you
yeah,
think?
I mean, it's Nebraska's a tough team. You got to give them that. Nebraska is a solid team. So he had a lot of good numbers. I mean, you didn't have a running game. I think that's the weakest part. It's not a running game. They got him playing both sides. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like that running game needs to get a step up. They need to get a transfer out, something, because they was getting clogged the whole game.
So you're telling me Nebraska with Walmart Patrick Mahomes is a good team.
The man said Walmart Patrick Mahomes.
Walmart Patrick
He low
Mahomes.
key did look like he's 20.
Listen, he did. Yeah, he did his thing. So I
He's
have to
doing too
give him that.
much.
Yeah.
He's doing
He's
too
gonna
much for
get
the Patrick
caught.
Mahomes stuff.
I believe they face somebody really bad next week for them. So,
Here's the thing though, they facing Colorado State, and we all know what happened last year.
They're gonna actually lose that game.
We all know what happened last year with Colorado State. So
Mm-hmm.
my thing is this, and Shannon Sharp said it best when on his podcast. Dion is not coaching. He literally, he's there for the fame. He's there for the fame. He's not coaching them kids
He would
because
be a good recruiter.
He would be a great recruiter.
yeah, that's
I
basically
agree.
it. Yeah,
I
he
agree.
will be
He's
a
a
good
great
recruiter.
recruiter.
That's basically what I'm about to end up saying. He'd be a good recruiter. And Elgin, you're not wrong. Travis and Shador, that's his name, right? The QB.
Mhm.
Okay, I forgot he got another son out there. I forgot his name, but
Hello.
Shiloh. Okay, but Shador, he's a good QB. Ain't no ifs ands or buts about that. He can throw the ball.
He all right.
He's alright. You know, even being
He's not great.
A
He's
fan,
not great.
But-
He's being
alright.
overhyped.
But
He's
Yeah.
being overhyped.
But I would say
Yeah.
this though. I feel I'm with LJ. I feel like that his dad are holding them boys back to where they need to go to an actual school where it's not about the fame, clicks, the social media, anything. Now they there to actually get into the NFL. Like how Alabama, Ole Miss, Arkansas, Texas got a squad. I don't know what the heck they did this offseason, but Texas got a squad. How Oregon, even though they're about to lose their game, how Oregon is, they need to go to a school like that. They need to go to the school to where it's not about the fame, not about the social media. It's literally about the kids going out there and playing their hearts out to get to that first round in the
So,
playoff.
I disagree with you. I disagree with you a little bit on that.
Okay.
I don't think they need to change schools because they're going to go to the draft anyway. Dion has done one thing that like he needs to be commended for. He got people to care about Colorado football.
True that.
Like no, it's not a joke. Like he got people to care, and he got the spotlight on these kids. So there's no excuse why they don't make the league. You know, because he brings in former NFL players. All like he got T.O. in there. He got Warren Sapp there. He got people there to talk to these kids, take these kids under their wing and stuff like that. So like he's bringing in people. He's not bringing no X and those people. That's what he really needs. He needs X's and those people, and I believe Dion will do that. But we have to remember this was a 1-win team when he got him,
True
and
that.
he won 4 the next year. So he has
they've got a bad schedule. You're right.
like nobody was caring about Colorado at all. Colorado ain't been good since a name show. Now you're gonna know it's Cordell Stewart. Okay.
Right.
That's the last that Colorado's been like any real good. So Dion has put a shine and a light. The athletic, he's making Colorado money, which the athletic director is gonna be happy about. But Dion's gonna make too many demands. I just read that he's making a demand now that the band cannot play the fight song when Shador scores. They need to play his song.
No, hold
They need
on.
to
Was
play
that,
his rap
so
song.
that actually is real.
I think so. Yes,
okay.
I read it from multiple sources.
Okay, because I seen that too. But I don't think that's true. But if that's true, yeah, that's kind of crazy.
The athletic director will get sick of him, but they're gonna weigh the pros and cons and say, "Hey, Dion's making us bank."
Quick
So,
question. What do you guys think about the schedule for Colorado coming up? Because I saw UFC schedule. It's stacked. UFC has a stacked schedule. If they get out of this schedule, yeah.
No, it's stacked too. Colorado stacked. They play by 5 ranked teams.
Yeah. So Nebraska was just a touch the ice.
Yeah, exactly.
They probably go 3-8.
Yeah, I say
Is that what
3.
it is?
I feel like
I give them 5 games to be honest. I just feel like they'll beat UFC. Colorado State's going to be a win. They may run into some trouble with Baylor. So Utah is up next. Possibilities because Utah has a pretty good season. So
they're going to lose to Utah. 100%.
yeah. Then Oklahoma State to end it off. So that's
Oh, yeah, that's the L. That's
I got their wins. I'm looking at the schedule now. I got their wins at Colorado State. I'll give them UCF, maybe Baylor. I don't know. Um, I'll give them Cincinnati and Texas Tech. So that's 5 wins total.
Texas Tech. Okay.
I'll give them Texas Tech.
Okay, you got better odds than I do because Texas and that spread is going to be that's a lot.
Yeah, but like, I think Shador's going to get like a pick 6 in that game or something like that. They're going to test Shador or something like that. Not Shador.
Yeah, shallow.
No, not even Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter's going to get like a pick or something like that and run it back. So.
Like I said, I don't know what's going on, but I knew from the get go once Travis came back and he playing offense defense, I'm like, yeah, they're gonna repeat last year. And it's bad because Shannon going off on him. I think Steven ain't going off on Colorado. So yeah, they just
Yeah, I just feel like
the car smell is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that recruiting part just seems like it was a miss. You could have got a little bit better on selections. I feel like you didn't need to get rid of everybody that was originally. What was it? It was over 50% of the team he got rid of. A little more than that. Yeah. So
Yeah, that was the first year. It was like, yeah, but they see, I didn't
they
complain
had high
about that.
expectations up front. They
They
set
got high expectations for, and they won one game last year, like one game that the year before. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, of course,
That's
half the team is
actually
gone.
good if you think about it. Being up 4 games versus 1, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give them
that's what
time.
I'm saying.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he will get that time because the spotlight he put on. People will call for
Yeah.
it if he wasn't so loud and boisterous about it, which is Dion. He's going to be that way. But
That's him.
if he wasn't, he would get more time. But he got this year, and he got the next year.
But so with his contract.
That's my no. I think he has a 5-year contract.
Oh, okay.
But that's my question: is that so? We know Travis. I don't know if Shiloh's going to the league.
They said
Shiloh-
he is.
Well, okay. So his boys and Travis Hunter are going to the league this year after this season. What does he do now? Does he actually go find some people to go get a quarterback? Or does he actually build a team? Because I feel like he kind of built this team to show off his kids, and that's fine, cool. Again, he done did some good, but now after that, you're gonna have to actually be a football coach. And can he actually be a football coach and win some games for not for his kids?
The thing is this though, and let me ask y'all this: as of right now, what do they need to fix?
Everything.
Mine is the QB Travis. What do they need to fix?
Everything.
Yeah, everything. The line, the O line is
No,
bad.
it's the guts. It's the guts. It's the offensive line and defensive line.
The defense line is, you got Sap there.
They got people who are like 4 stars on there, but like they're not playing cohesive. They're not playing together. It's not good. The defensive line was getting pushed around, and so was the offensive line the opposite way. So it was never good. So they got all the flash on the outside, the skill positions. They got all the flash there. They're actually really good on the skill position. It's not just Travis Hunter, Shador. You got Joe Howard out there. You got other. They got skill and they got talent out there. I don't know what they got in the kicker, because that kicker is basura. Okay, it's like everything's a line drive. Like I don't see he kicked it 5 feet over the goalpost yet. He barely squeaks it by every time. But other than that, though, they need to get that offensive line and defensive line ready. That's the main points I would say about it.
All right, let me ask you this, Dad. Where do you go to get that? What region? Where as a recruiter, where will you look first?
You go into the mountains and go find them cornbread boys.
You go to the Nebraskas. You go to Hawaii, get to some of the Samoans, and you go to the South too. You go to the Alabamas and Texases and stuff like that. You got to go there. You got to get those hungry guys. Like he said at first, he wants some hungry guys, the guys who ain't got nothing else but football. Those people, you know how many pictures I'm so annoyed with this. Pictures I saw with their chains out, with all their gold and change out, like it can't be snatched, like that. Like they need people who they need dogs. That's what they need. They ain't got no dogs up front. That's what they need.
So that's your question right there, OJ. After them two, that's what you need to do. You need to get the old line. He don't really need a quarterback because if your line is holding them, and making your QB stand that
He's
pocket
going to be a
long.
quarterback next year because his son gone.
Yeah,
And
but
he hasn't recruited a quarterback from my understanding.
but so I'm gonna ask all y'all this: will you get a QB first, or will you get you an O line built first, and then go after a QB?
You gotta go after both at the same time.
So what LJ said is very true. And Colorado ain't got no time to. They need to get one in high school to go behind whoever they get in the transfer portal next year. Because that's what they need. They need to get a QB in the transfer portal next year and having somebody in high school watch that QB play and learn from them and build that offense. Like you got to build a good offensive line. Like it's not good. Like you should not be rushing for like 20 yards in the game. Like it's not good looks.
I got you. But I knew when I saw it, I was like, yeah, this history gonna repeat itself. Cause that's all he's worried about right now. He too worried about the cameras, the celebrities on the sidelines, and all that. And Shannon Sharp said it best. He like, you need to get the celebrities up out that sideline. You need to get them cameras and vlogs about them kids' faces. Take their jewelry away, and then they need to focus on getting their head in that playbook and learn some plays. And he ain't lying. That's what they need to do. But I say no more than 4 this year for Colorado. Because if they could have beaten Nebraska, they're gonna have a way worse time. They're gonna have a horrible time than last year.
I had to stop watching that game, Big. I went to something else. I was rather watching Memphis or something like that. I don't remember who I watched, but it was like I'd rather watch this than watch Colorado get beat. Because it's sad though. Because you want Colorado to be good.
Right.
You want Dion to work. But it's like, bro, like, and whoever number 0 and number 9 is on Nebraska, them boys is big. They should not have no single digit numbers. I'm sorry, them boys is too big for them single digit numbers.
But like I said, he gonna be a year, especially for us, LJ. I don't know what we got going
No, because what needs to happen, if you're talking about Auburn specifically, because so everybody gonna be upset to Saturday. Alabama fans are because I do think Alabama's going to use to Wisconsin because they would have lost to USF if USF quarterback knew how to throw a ball. He did.
No, you're right. You're right.
He reminded me of the quarterback we had before Peyton Thorne got there. That was who he reminded me of. He could run and he ran well, but he could not throw that ball to save his life.
on.
And that's literally what happened. So I think Wisconsin actually has a quarterback, actually has a team, and if Alabama don't show up, they're gonna lose that game at Wisconsin. So that's that for them. But going back, we face New Mexico State. It's gonna be a blowout. Everybody gonna be like, "Oh, Peyton Thorne, he can play." No, he can't. He's gonna lose the next 2 games, and then I'm gonna need for the Auburn head coach to really be like, I need to put in one of my other people. Your experiment with Peyton Thorne is over with. Let him go to the league if you still think he has some draft stock for some unknown reason. He should have went into the draft in 2021 when he had his only really good season. Right now, I wouldn't even take him as the final quarterback of anything. So they really need to think about who they want. To start putting them other people out there because I think you're going to mess up some of the people we have now because he got some skilled players. Like we have wide receivers. Honestly, Auburn's turned into wide receiver U because we got some crazy wide receivers. Hey, no, they can play. Don't look like that. They got.
Don't put yourself as wide receiver you though.
I getting close.
That's LSU until it's proven otherwise. LSU is wide
We
receiver
just need a
you.
QB.
Not.
That's all we
It's
need.
definitely not LSU this year.
You can't crown yourself wide receiver you until you have a wide receiver drafted in the first round for like 3 straight years.
We probably will.
Okay, we'll see.
Like, Cam Coleman probably be the number one top prospect. We have another guy coming next year, and then there's one more guy.
I don't know. The other guy from Boise State showing up. He already got 500.
I'm not even talking about him, and he's the number one receiver right now.
Yeah.
We got 2 freshmen and another freshman coming in later that are the start of the new wide receiver corps at Auburn.
I got you. Like I said, we just need a QB. Once we get a good oh Lord, once we get a good QB, we in there.
He really should have went and got one out the transfer portal.
Yeah, that schedule for Auburn seems pretty interesting.
Yeah, we gonna be
They got to go against Georgia, number 1, and then they got Oklahoma before that. So, oof.
Yeah, it's gonna be a terrible year for me. Okay, that's all I got to say.
No, I was expecting this to go 5 and whatever.
Every year, 5, maybe 6 if we get lucky. 4.
Well, let's just give a shout out to that Roll Tide and that 17-year-old phenom.
From Sarah Lynn, Alabama.
Almost went to Auburn. Almost got him switched over.
Almost,
Yeah,
yes.
You see why he went to Alabama.
I mean, yeah, 100%.
You see why he would not get what he getting right now if he was at Auburn. I tell you that right now.
Honestly, you probably wouldn't because they wouldn't all be sharing the ball.
Right.
But I mean, you mean quarterback play, and like I
That
said,
too.
I just need them. Supposedly the guy who's second is really really good, and I just want to see it. So.
But nah, that 17-year-old, he going place. He gonna stay there for maybe one more year. Cause I think he got to be 18, maybe in the portal or
You had to
draft.
have 2 years.
2 years, so yeah, he gonna be 19, so he gonna be good. But yeah, he down the street. He from down the street.
You want to hear something funny real quick?
What happened?
I was looking up Auburn on Bleacher Report right now.
Oh Lord.
He talking about
And-
Brian Hartson. I saw it.
No. Auburn's Peyton Thorne says bettors asking for money after college football gambling losses.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
We I don't even know what to say about it. I truly don't. At this point, when we had Gus Malone win his first year, that was our last hope.
You mean Elzon?
Yeah,
He's been hit with Venmo requests. That is hilarious.
Yo.
It is what it is. I mean,
it's exactly what LJ said. It is what it is when it comes to Auburn. We just here. We just here.
until he actually shows that he can actually hit somebody in stride multiple games in a row and not make stupid decisions, I'm gonna think he can't play the game. So.
Randall, remember that meme I sent you about him?
Yeah, you did. I remember. I remember. I still got
Hey,
it.
what was the meme?
Hold on, I said, hold on. I said,
Send it to him.
I sent it to you. I sent it to you. Hold on, let me see.
So, checking those schedules out, USC looks like they might be. This might be the year for them.
It's going to be something. Because I'm worried. Next week, this current week we have a bye, but that Michigan game, because
That Michigan game.
because if we beat Michigan, I think we're gonna be pretty good till we reach Washington.
Yes.
No, Penn State. Penn State's gonna give us problems too.
You think Penn State?
Penn State always gonna be Penn State. Like they gonna have a good run game, good defense, and an average to above average quarterback. So, but I see maybe like 3 losses, maybe.
For who?
I see 3 losses for USC,
Oh, okay.
and it's probably Penn State, Washington, and Michigan probably because I know we can beat Wisconsin, Minnesota, Maryland, Rutgers, Washington gonna give us a problem. We'll beat Nebraska, UCLA, and we'll beat Notre Dame.
Notre Dame always choke. Oh no! Matter of fact, ain't this the year with the 12 for the 12 tourney?
Yeah, the first time.
Yeah,
Oh snap!
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
right,
it's gonna
right.
be it's gonna be interesting this year. So even if you lose one, you still got a chance to win. Damn.
Yeah, I think you can
what was
get by
that?
with two.
If
So
you
you can get
if
two,
you if you
two
lose,
losses,
because
right?
you know how college football everybody try to go undefeated. I'm like, if you lose one game, you still good to get the tourney.
Yeah.
So
If you're in the Power Five, you only have one loss. You're probably
in there,
in the playoff.
yeah. So they're gonna So this is it's gonna be interesting now. Gonna be very interesting. But Dad, you got any more sports stuff you wanna talk about before we call it a day?
I think we should probably call it there.
Call it right there. All right, Kurt. Since you're the guest on this thing, your closing remarks. What you got to say, or anything you got on your mind, you let the people know. The floor yours.
I just thankful to be here. Have fun talking to y'all, and might do this again.
Dad, talk to these folks. What you got going on? Closing remarks.
Um, Again, emphasized before, we're gone for a while. We're back. It's good to be back. I missed y'all. Um, I really wanted to send y'all a message when Auburn lost, but I said I'm gonna wait till the podcast.
Oh,
Yeah, this your favorite time of the year.
oh man.
Oh, oh,
This your favorite time
it's
of the
my
year.
favorite time of the year. But
But yeah, we back though.
yeah, we back now, and it's good to be back.
LJ, what you got to say to these folks?
Uh, yeah, just good to be back. See more of y'all. A little bit more than a year. I'm gonna have to deal with Dad and his Auburn jokes for the next year.
Nah, we got Auburn and Broncos now.
Oh yeah,
No,
right.
he can say whatever he wants about the Broncos. It won't affect me.
Let's go Nuggets.
I've been an Auburn fan my whole life. I can't say do nothing about that. But the Broncos, there's nobody on that team I like anymore. They all gone. I,
Yeah, they all go.
Yo,
it won't hurt me.
That's it, LJ.
Yeah, I mean, it will hurt me if Bo Nick starts playing well
Oh, okay.
and he like starts winning games and he somehow gets to the playoffs. I'm telling you, if he makes
Right.
it through the playoffs, that's the perfect storm is that he makes it through the playoffs in his first year as a rookie. That it makes sense. It probably happened, and I'll be pissed about it, but it is what it is.
My closing remarks is this. I truly hope the PS5 Pro do not sell no units because I promise you this. If this thing makes money, Xbox and Nintendo is gonna follow suit. Nintendo gonna figure out some type of way to sell an accessory that is very important to the console to where we need it. And I already know Xbox probably gonna do the same thing. So hopefully the sales for the PS5 Pro do not go as planned to where the gaming industry will be like, oh well, if you want to get the physical copy of games, you gotta buy the disc to attach it to the console for $80 to $100, which is bull. It should be on the. That's the whole concept of video games. Is a disc. Why the hell you gonna take that away and you gonna be like, oh well, if you want it, we're gonna make y'all pay for it. I don't know. That's full of BS right there to me. But that's all I gotta say. I just hope that the PS5 Pro sales are garbage to the point where when the next consoles come out, the PS6 and whatever other Xbox gonna be, and the Switch 2, if you want to say that, hopefully they don't follow suit as to what the PS5 Pro is doing. So only time to tell with that. But other than that, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I got a new job and I work at night, so I had to figure out how we're gonna do this, and we got a schedule, so we back in action. So y'all gonna see us on your screen, on YouTube, on your phones, on every other Friday, every two Fridays or 2 Fridays out the month. So we back and we gonna keep on bringing that heat. So once again, y'all go ahead, link in the description. Y'all go ahead follow that TikTok. He streamed Monday through Friday on there. He gets community growing. He gaining some followers, and like I told him beforehand, he getting the recognition that he deserves. And I hope he keep on getting that, because my boy is a very, very awesome guy. So I'm just glad that people finally start to see that. But other than that, man, my boy Kurt, he's no stranger, so y'all gonna see him some more and all that other stuff, because I had a brain for it. But other than that, my name's Randall. With me as always, my boy LJ, the OG dad himself, and our special guest, Kurt Bradley. And we go by the name of the 2 for 1 Special Podcast. Hopefully, y'all people enjoy this week's episode, and we will catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.
Go Bo.